You guys shot 39 threes this game. How much of that was game plan and how much of that was just kind of taking what the defense gave you?
So I think coming into every game, we know what we're going to do, and we have plays, that set plays that we run. And whenever it's not going our way and we do get the drive in, we have those shooters that are ready to kick it out to shoot.
A question for you, Laylay. You shot 9 for 10 at the free throw line. What was kind of just your focus on just shooting the free throw ball, just having just concentration to get the ball in the hoop?
I'm really just locking in and like making sure all the noise in the crowd is out of my ears and just focusing on following through with the ball and my shot.
Laylay Fantroy from the Post. In the first half, you guys played really solid defense. After halftime, it kind of switched. What happened in the third that allowed Buffalo to shoot 72% that quarter?
Really just not great communication and us getting frustrated, like, with each other and, like, also, like, with things that are happening, like, besides, like, what we're doing on, like, on offense and stuff. So it really just led us to, like, be lazy.
Buffalo scored 54 points in the paint this game. You guys scored 16. How much of that was just kind of shooting luck, and how much of that was how much of that is kind of just equated to Buffalo being better on the interior?
So obviously, like, things didn't go how we planned and it didn't go as expected. But we were getting in there. We weren't getting all the shots that we wanted, and we weren't finishing. But we just tried to continue going through and just tried to push through, like, all the hard stuff. We was trying to push through it.
Yeah, us, like, not keeping the play in front of us. Like, we got backdoored a few times. So that's really, we got them, like, open layups and then, like, making sure we're not fouling. So we're trying to just, like, be hesitant. So they got, like, some open layups.
Any more questions? Yep.
Last question for me. What's going to be kind of the focus going into practice this week with this long road stretch with Bowling Green and Ball State?
Really just making sure we stay together when we're down and sticking to our principles.
All right. Any more questions? All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Logan Adams in the Post. Coach, probably the biggest discrepancy between the two teams this game was points in the paint. Buffalo outscored the team 54-16, I believe. Mm-hmm. What do you think was the kind of the main cause behind that?
I thought defensively they did a good job of helping early. I thought our players did a nice job of not forcing things. They moved the ball to the open player. We got some shots, and when we knocked down those shots, we looked pretty good, and when we didn't, sometimes it seemed like those misses came in bunches, and then it just kind of bogged down our offense. And then, defensively, I don't think our communication was good enough. Obviously, they put a lot of pressure on you. They move well without the ball, and I think we kind of got lost, and we got caught watching the ball a little bit too much, and didn't really keep the ball in front of us, and that caused us some problems and put us in some bad rotations.
Coach Laylay Fantroy from the Post. You guys shot 38 threes tonight. It was 63% of your total shots. What was the game plan coming into the game? Did you expect to shoot that many threes tonight?
Ironically, I don't ever know how many threes we're going to take. We have some really good shooters, and I will say if you told me Baylor was going to shoot 15 threes tonight, I'd be really happy with that number. And tonight they didn't go in. And, we have a unique team in that we have some kids that are good at driving the basketball, and we have some kids that are good at shooting the basketball. And as we go game to game, we see different ways of stopping us. And some people, Miami included, really tried to protect the paint, not let us get into the paint. That led to a lot of shots. Some people we'll play, and they'll try not to let us shoot threes, and we will shoot maybe 12 threes a game. So we're at our best when we're playing together as a team, and we're taking what the defense gives us. And I have a lot of confidence in my kids that they can do that and make those reads and make those decisions. And I thought all 39 of them were good shots. I guess Bangy's half-court shot at the end of this halftime, well, it probably wasn't a good shot, but that's about as close as we could get. I thought Peyton did a great job of getting it up to her and giving her a chance to shoot it. But the other 38 were in rhythm, and some days they go in and some days they don't.
Peyton Brooker with WAEB. One of the Buffalo star players was Watson, who scored 27 points tonight. What was kind of the game plan of stopping her tonight?
She's a phenomenal basketball player. You got to try to make things difficult for her, and I thought at times we did. And then at times she made really good shots, and distributed the ball well, and she's a nice ball player.
Kind of building off of that, having come off a 47-point game against Toledo going into this game, how do you, and with the foul trouble that kind of plagued the Bobcats early in the game, with Laylay going out early after coming in with 2 fouls, how do you kind of go about stopping a player like that despite the adversity and despite the kind of reputation coming into the game?
Simply put, you just try your best. And whether it's a kid that scores a bunch of points or little points, just try your best. And I thought our kids gave a good effort. We had a hard time, for whatever reason, kind of keeping our energy up. But I think we'll learn from it and move on. And we got to fight that. When shots don't go in, sometimes it's hard to be excited to play defense. And that's when you need to play. It's when it's the most important time to play defense. And we kind of gave into that a little bit at times, where we were feeling sorry for ourselves for missing shots, and then we weren't able to get stops, and it kind of compounded. In particular, that run they went on in the third quarter just kind of was a snowball effect of, some good shots that didn't go in, that led to runouts, that led to numbers. We didn't get to play with our set defense, and when she's in the open floor, she's really tough to stop. And we let her get in the open floor a little bit too much in the third quarter. And I thought we did a great job to start the fourth quarter to give ourselves a chance to get back into it. But again, we couldn't quite make enough shots to get us going again.
Yeah, last question.
What's going to be some of the key takeaways going on the road for the next 2 games from this game?
Try to do a better job of communicating. We're still learning the value of communication. We misplayed some ball screens because we didn't call out the coverage. And on one hand, that's okay. On another hand, at some point, it's got to become unacceptable. But, it's all a learning experience and recognizing different things. And, besides the way that Buffalo scores the basketball, the things that they did, we haven't really seen a lot of. And the same thing with Saturday, the way that Ball State runs offense, we haven't seen a lot of that 5-player movement that they have. So it's going to be a difficult task for us. They're good, and going into their gym is always difficult, but their offense is going to be different. Our communication is going to have to be better, and that's a tall order given the probably short week of practice we'll have with the current situation of the squad. So, but it's a great opportunity, and I think you take these opportunities and grab them by the horns and see what you can do with them.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.